Hello everyone. Today is going to be the first part of my spring empties. That's right. I have two parts. I've been sort of doing the empties by season recently because I felt like it was more exciting to talk about a variety of products, but now I see that I can't even do it in one part if I'm doing it seasonally because there are just far too many empties. Today we're going to be talking about body care, skincare, and nails, and in the next video we're going to be talking about makeup and perfumes. So let's start. A few things that I just had to share with you. I mean, this is nothing interesting, but this is Jason's Sea Fresh Sea Spearmint All Natural Mouthwash, and it was awful. That's why I wanted to bring it in and speak about it on my channel, just so that if you're after natural stuff, like this stuff is awful, terrible, so stinky. It smells like minty, dirty seawater, which is kind of what they're claiming, I guess, but I wasn't expecting it to be quite as gross tasting as it was. Perhaps other flavors work better, but this particular flavor of this Jason mouthwash, as a mouthwash, it worked fine, but it was just disgusting on taste. Like, if you want to completely ruin your appetite, perhaps this is a good idea because this tastes so gross that I couldn't even think about food for like an hour after use. But I don't recommend this particular flavor, at least. I don't know about any other Jason flavors, but this one was real bad. I used up the Body Shop British Rose Shower Gel, which I enjoy, and I've used the Body Shop shower gels for like 10 years. I don't know, maybe longer. I kept buying them because I like the flavors and I'm very familiar with them, and they're just regular, very basic shower gels, and I want to look into other shower gels. I'm kind of interested to explore other options when it comes to shower gels. I've been pretty faithful to the Body Shop, and right now I'm just using up the tail end of my stash. And I think once I'm done with this, I'm probably not going to repurchase, at least not for a while. I think the pricing is decent. I think the quality is okay. It's a regular body wash, and I think they do have very, very nice flavors to choose from, especially their honey, their almond, you know, the nutty ones. They're really quite good. So I can't complain. This was quite good, but I am moving on to greener pastures, so to say. I want to experiment a little bit more with my body care. In terms of hair care, I have a few things to mention. I have my MACADEMIA Natural Oil Deep Repair Mask, and usually it comes in a jar, so it's a very popular product. It's been reviewed here on YouTube many, many times, but it's kind of like an oldie but a goodie. So I just want to bring it in to remind you guys this is really good. I like it for my very processed hair, so it's hopeful. It is repairing, not in the long term, obviously, like Olaplex would be. It's repairing in a very short term, like just making your hair more manageable. So if you're interested in that, the Macadamia Oil Deep Repair Mask is quite good, and I just wanted to remind you about it because I had to remind myself about it. I usually have this one on the go at some point or another. I probably buy it once or twice a year consistently for many years, and I think it's really good. I'll probably continue buying it. Another thing I used up, because I've been traveling back and forth for a while, living kind of in between of two towns, I used up 2 minis, travel size, of Moroccan oil treatment. And these guys are super familiar to most people who love hair and want to do things with their hair. This is a really basic, good silicone-based repair oil. And by repair, I don't mean that it does anything long-term either, just like this one. Like I said, maybe Olaplex would be one of the few things that does something on the longer timeline than one use. These guys are silicone-based oil that smooths and makes your processed hair more manageable or dry hair more manageable. Which is what silicones are good for. I would like to try maybe something slightly more moisturizing. This is very smoothing though, so if you have trouble with smoothness or texture of your hair, Moroccan oil treatment is really quite good. Like I said, it's temporary relief, so as you use it, it's good, but then you wash it right out, because as you wash your hair, unless you're using very gentle shampoos, most of the silicones will come out. But I like the effect, which is ultimately why I'm still using it. Nails, I've finished my Butter London nail foundation. I have another one of these sort of on the back burner to use when I'm finished with my current base coat from SC. This was really decent, a regular base coat. I'm not super fussy about base coats, and I've never found something that was like miracle working. Base coats are generally not something I get my panties twisted in the knot about, because I haven't really found that they're all that different from each other. It's a basic nail coat, like base coat for the nails. It's not that special, but it's fine. There's nothing wrong with it. I used up a couple of nail polishes. This tiny one, I was really into these darker colors in the springtime for some reason. I used a few of them since the beginning of the year. This particular one is OPI Lincoln Park After Dark, an oldie but a goodie again. It's very good. I really like it. I might repurchase in the future, but right now I have so much polish. I have like 10 years of worth of polish to get through. Another one I finished is a red, and this is the DIORIFIC 850 Splendor. This was limited edition, so it's not available anymore. It's just another red that I've been using. I really enjoyed it, but you know, I finished it and I can't get it anymore, nor would I, because I have like a million nail polishes to get through. Let's talk face skincare. So a few washes. I double cleanse normally. I either use like a makeup eraser as a first cleanse, or some kind of foaming, very cleansing face wash, or a balm. So either something very oily or something really stripping. Something really stripping is normally not what I go for, because generally, I mean, with my already dry skin, it just makes matters worse. In terms of first cleanse, I used up this one thing. This was DERMABLEND Longwear Makeup Remover. That really didn't impress me at all. I wouldn't recommend it, and I didn't think it did a good job at all. I needed to use quite a bit as well, and I like products that, you know, are worth their money, and I don't think that is. In terms of second cleanses, I've tried two. This one wasn't a sample size, but I did try it for about maybe 6 to 7 days, because you don't need a lot of it. This is the second cleanse, URSA Major Face Wash. For this, I would consider repurchasing. I have many face washes right now, so not right now, but maybe sometime in the future once I run through a lot of the cleansers that I do have already. Anyway, this was really non-stripping, very gentle, and I really enjoyed what it did for my skin. It was soothing, which I liked. This one I think would be suited a little bit more for combination to oily skin. This is Genuinely Pure, 100% natural for the face cleanser, and this was a foaming cleanser, and the foaminess of it was because of the pump, which I like. I like foaming, but foaming usually means stripping, but if the foaminess comes from the pump, then it's less stripping. For me, still a little bit too stripping. This is probably one of my favorite products that they've sent me, and this was sent to me, by the way. I didn't find that it worked for me very well. It was fairly small amount. I think it's a sample size. It's 1.8 fluid ounces. As far as I know, this could be a full size. I don't know for sure. For me, this didn't work, but I think if you have maybe combination to oily skin, it would be better as a second cleanse. I should have probably tried it in the summer, but I wasn't terribly impressed, unfortunately. In terms of toners, I finished this Lowens toner. This is Lowens Get Toned Vegan Facial Toner, obviously good for all you vegans out there. This company sent me the toner as well, so I did enjoy it. I didn't think it was particularly special, but I thought it was pretty great. It is based on lavender flower water. It does have glycerin, which I enjoy, so this is easily used as either like a finishing spray to meld all your makeup together because of the glycerin, which I used it this way as well. Unfortunately, the sprayer wasn't conducive to a very, very fine mist, but it was okay. Like, it was kind of like Pixie's mister, but not as good as some of the others. So it has glycerin, safflower, aloe leaf powder. It's very, very good ingredient list. It is cruelty-free, it is vegan, it is EWG certified. They've made all the right choices and gotten themselves labeled with all the right labels in terms of clean beauty. So really wonderful formula. I think the mister could potentially be better, but it's not bad. It's like, it's okay. The mister is okay. The formula is good. You can use it as a toner. You can use it as a finishing spray. I like the dual purpose of it. So this one gets a thumbs up from me. Another one I used up is, this time I purchased this one. This is my second toner that I purchased from this brand. This is PEARLESSENCE Aloe Plus Rose Water Tonic Water. The ingredient list was just as good. It has purified water. It has sorbitol, glycerin, provitamin B5, rose water, aloe. It's a decent ingredient deck. It does have benzyl alcohol towards the end of the list of ingredients, and it does have natural fragrance. So this was non-irritating for my skin as well. I think they worked pretty similarly. I like the packaging for Pearlescence a little bit better. As you can see, that was a nice weighty bottle. The sprayer was fine, a little bit better quality than the Lowens, but it was okay, and it's not very expensive. So this gets a thumbs up, and the thumbs up continues simply because I've already repurchased, not this particular one, but I've tried 2 toners from this brand so far, and I've enjoyed both of them. So I might buy more from them if I'm in need of a toner. Let's talk about skin treatments. This was unfortunately not a go at all for me, and I think the brand needs to rethink the concept of this. This is Genuinely Pure, 100% natural for the face facial scrub. Now, I've used some of it on my body and on the body as a body scrub. It's a little bit better. It's salt-based, and it has lots of essential oils and all kinds of skincare ingredients, and which does not bother me. That is actually fine. My problem with this scrub is that the salt that is the base for this is really, really coarse. It's large chunks, it's abrasive, it's scratchy. I think no good can be gained from using something that is very abrasive and scratchy on your delicate facial and neck skin. So I used it like twice for the face, and then I did not continue using it for the face. And the brand needs to hear the fact that this is not a good facial scrub. Maybe a body scrub, but they really need to perfect the formula and rethink their concept. If it's a physical scrub, it cannot be abrasive. This is very abrasive, very bad idea. So was definitely not impressed with that attempt to create a product. Then we have a couple of CAUDALIE products. CAUDALIE is very sophisticated in their formulations. I don't necessarily think that all CAUDALIE products are worth the money because they're fairly expensive, but I think many of them are. CAUDALIE is one of the brands that actually works very well for my skin. I would say Fresh, CAUDALIE, and DARPHIN are probably my top brands to buy for my facial care. I really enjoy them. So I have a couple of masks from CAUDALIE that I used up. First is Glycolic Peel, 10-minute Glycolic Peel. It's really good. I would repurchase this. I think that was worth it. And the second one is the moisturizing mask. And I think this is a heavy night cream, and heavy night cream can probably be purchased for fewer dollars than this. So this one I liked, but it wasn't necessarily as worth it to me because it was, although the formulation is nice, but if I had to pick, I would probably pick another one that I'm going to talk about for my night cream. If I'm choosing more luxury, then I would pick not this one. I have an eye cream from Shiseido that I finished up, and this is Shiseido Ultimune Eye Power Infusing Eye Concentrate. That was great. I would use it again. I have too many eye creams right now to get another one of these, but this is definitely a strong contender. That was an excellent eye cream, very light in texture, easily absorbed, but very moisturizing. So they did a fantastic job formulating. I've used up my one of the DARPHIN minis for the oil, and this is DARPHIN rose oil. I've used up a full bottle of this before, so this is not new to me. 1 or 2 drops cover the entire face, so this is very effective, and you need very few of those drops to make a difference. The night cream that I would go for is this one. Actually, I really love this, and I would purchase it in the full size, and I probably will in the near future, maybe the next VIB sale. If I'm in need of any night creams, I would. So this is DARPHIN A-Flower Nectar Oil Cream. First of all, aromatherapy. It's super luxurious. It's beautifully textured. It's a fantastic, fantastic product. And their 8-hour oil is my favorite oil that they make, and I've repurchased it, although it's very pricey. And the cream I would buy as well because I got a mini of it and I've used it up in a couple weeks, and it was really wonderful to use. I love this texture. I love the scent. It's everything that I like in a night cream. It's deeply nourishing. Definitely is going to be on my radar to buy soon. Another thing that is going to be definitely on my radar to buy as soon as I maybe at some point run out of day cream as well is this Living Libations Rose Glow Cream. This was sent to me for review as well. As you probably have noticed, I'm very honest with my reviews. And I do not shy away from criticizing things that I don't like, which is, I think, okay. And this is something that brands are aware of when they send things to influencers to review. So this one I thought was wonderful. I would pay for it, and I probably will once I run out of some of my other day creams. And this is Rose Glow Cream. Resilient of Velvet Cheeks. It's beautifully textured. It's aloe vera based. It's ever so slightly tacky after application, which really makes it perfect as a primer as well. It's very lightweight. I don't see how that can clog anybody's pores. The texture is impeccable and it's clean, beautifully scented, as in, well, it smells like rose. I don't think they scented it specifically. I think it just is the scent of the product because that's what it's based on. Just gorgeous. And the ingredients are very, very lovely and satisfying. It's damask rose water is the first ingredient, and then you have the aloe, and then you have a variety of different extracts. And it's a wonderful little cream. Really, really nice. The last thing I used up is this guy, and this is OZOO Face Injection Mask. I understand the point of the sheet masks, and I know that some people really, really like them. For me, a sheet mask is a little bit wasteful, mostly because a lot of them are not compostable, and honestly, I don't see a huge difference with sheet masks. I will use them because I like them and they feel nice, and you feel kind of empowered with your skincare when you just apply that little sheet and you walk around with it. And some of them are, you know, more effective, some of them are less effective. This was fine. It came with a fancy little injector that you inject the serum into the pack, and then you kind of mush it around, and then you cut it open and use the mask. The mask was fine. I don't think that these kinds of things are particularly worth it. I think it's much better to buy something in a squeezy tube or a bottle format or a pump format, because ultimately you'll be getting much more for your money than you would with the sheet masks. So they're good, but I'm not like getting my panties in a twist over sheet masks, if you know what I mean. They're fine. There's nothing wrong with them. They're nice. I haven't found one that blew my mind quite yet. So this is it for my empties for nails and face and body and hair. We covered a lot today. The two categories I'll be covering in the next video are going to be fragrances and makeup. There's tons of makeup that I use from quite a few fragrances, so it's going to be eventful. That's it for today. Let me know if you tried any of the stuff I've talked about, and if you did, what did you think of it? Also, let me know if you've finished something particularly fabulous in the spring season, and share with all of us what it might have been, because we're all very curious. And it's kind of nice to know what to look out for if there are any wonderful, fabulous products out there, especially if the price can be justifiable. That's it for today. See you guys later. Have a wonderful day, and bye-bye.